Hey, what is going on guys, and welcome your lovely face back to another Far Cry 5 video. And I am really excited for this game. Super stoked. What you guys see in the background, which you may have probably already seen if you're a big fan anyway and have been following all the teasers, that's exactly pretty much what you see in the background, all the actual official teasers. Now, one word to really describe seeing all these trailers is definitely uncomfortable. It does make you feel a bit weird because it's like, it's everything's just left on a cliffhanger, right? And it makes you feel super weird. It's got like a creepy effect to it. And this is my favorite scene, by the way. Out of all of the trailers, the teaser trailers, should I say, that is by far my favorite. But before I continue into the video, guys, I want to start a little series where I really want to take your ideas on things you'd like to see in Far Cry 5 and make it an open discussion. So if you have a cool idea for Far Cry 5, please do leave it in the comment section below. And if I like your idea, I definitely will feature it in the next video. And if you see a comment or idea that you like, be sure to thumbs it up. And I'd really appreciate if you could thumbs up this video as well. But pretty much, let's just continue into what I want to talk about. And first and foremost, going back to what I was saying about the Bell scene, which is my favorite scene out of all of the teaser trailers, or I guess you could say moments, if you will. Simply because it just gives you the creepiest vibe ever. If you listen to that with like no one around you in a freaking dark room, and oh god, it just gives you the shivers. And I really just have taken to that. It's just made me like so much more excited for the game, and it's really portrayed a lot about the story. I feel that's what we've seen in these teaser trailers. Now, one thing I feel like I need to mention before I continue to talking about anything else is simply the location for the game. I mean, this is by far a big topic that everyone is still debating because it hasn't officially been announced what it's gonna be. There's so much teasers of like 2 different locations, right? We originally started from the Wild West. We had this imagination that it's gonna be like Red Dead Redemption, and they're gonna go head to head. Of course, Rockstar would genuinely win that personally, I think anyway, because you just can't, I just feel like you can't beat Rockstar sometimes. And I mean, it's technically 2 different types of open world games anyway, so it's very hard to compete. But that being said, I feel like it's not gonna be the Wild West. Like, it's not gonna be the Wild West you guys are thinking about. I feel like it's definitely gonna be more modern. And one of my favorite scenes, again, like I said, that church one, not simply because of the dude banging the freaking bell with a dead body and that just giving you a creepy vibe, but this scene I feel is really shows a lot that not any of the other scenes have showed. You know, we can see we got the electric stuff. I don't even want to call them something that I know you guys are gonna roast me for, okay? I feel like I did see roads as well, a tiny little glimpse of roads, which I'll put an arrow to right now. Don't take my word for this, but it just looks like a road. Again, we haven't seen any vehicles or anything like that, but it's just not the Wild West that you are thinking. I feel like it is gonna be Western, but just not that Western vibe you guys are thinking. I know 100% it looks like we'll be running into some rednecks. That's I literally quoted a comment I just saw, which I'll place on screen. And I can definitely agree with that from all of the scenes. It feels like the culture is definitely gonna be a big thing. And if anything, right, one thing I'd say they are really going kind of like with when it comes down to this whole vibe and time setting would probably be Mafia 3. And I know, like, I'm not going to compare it so much to it because it's 2 completely different things, but in terms of what they're trying to get with a vibe and bringing in culture, right, I feel like this is the way, or something they were inspired by, which is going to be very interesting to see, because it can go 2 ways. Of course, it could go really good, or it could go really shit. I'm hoping it's gonna go really good. I feel like Far Cry, well, the Far Cry series is like the only series that never personally let me down. I don't want to like speak too soon, but my excitement for Far Cry 5 is definitely very high. I mean, you know what we've seen they can say it's freaking actual gameplay, whatever. We know a downgrade's gonna come. There's no point actually checking this out and being like, this is actually what we're gonna get. And I mean, if anything, from this scene that you guys can see in the background with the dude running through the grass, like, I feel like that's a live, well, it's gonna be a live action trailer. That's probably a teaser for the live action trailer, again, which was leaked way back, which someone supposedly saw, and then it turned out to be the dude who was doing the live trailer for Far Cry Primal. So I feel like this is it. I mean, it just looks too good to be an actual video game. Like, I don't know what freaking graphics and stuff, like what beast is running this, but it just looks too real to actually be gameplay. But I'm not going to speak too much on that. Nonetheless, guys, it looks very, very interesting, and apparently, going from my research, Hope County and, well, Montana, should I say, really, because, you know, it says this on the screen. Welcome, Hope County, Montana. Apparently, Montana is a place that people go to, or did go to, whatever, when population was very, very low. That being said, I feel like that would fit in really well, going back to the dude getting shot in the freaking fields, the dead body we see at the very beginning, the birds fluttering, and I mean, just in general, it's a very, very quiet atmosphere that gives you the spooks, right? And I feel like this is definitely a selling point for everyone. A scary vibe is a game that I definitely like. A game that's going to give me the chills when I'm playing it. And we all know the map's going to be really reasonably sized anyway. So put your seatbelts on, because apparently, motherfuckers, we're going to America. Again, I'm seriously just continuously quoting comments that I've seen on the internet. I feel like I've been following so much that my head is literally going insane. But I want you guys to get in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of all the teasers that we got. There is going to be an official reveal in, well, I believe in 3 days from when this video goes up. So definitely stay tuned for that. But there's so many stuff, well, so much stuff, should I say, on things I'd like to see in this game. Again, going back to the freaking logo, you guys can see we got the 5 stars. It's given a Western vibe, but it's not at the same time. I want you to get in the comment section below and genuinely tell me what you think about that. Do you think we're going to the Wild West, or is it going to be more modern? Or if not, actually, something that's really, really cool that could be very interesting is maybe at the beginning of the game, or maybe throughout the game, you're continuously going to be having flashbacks to a previous time era, and then that basically makes sense as to why you're in that current era, if that makes sense, because like I said, people are speculating that you're gonna run into rednecks and all that kind of stuff, going into culture. Like I said, they want to give that Mafia 3 vibe with the culture and stuff like that. It seems like we're going to be going ahead of, well, against the cult, right? But I think what would be very, very interesting is to see at the very beginning of the game, or if not, like I said, continuously through the game, constant flashbacks of going to different time eras. And I think what really done that well, and I know it's a different game that I'm about to say, but it's still made from Ubisoft, but it was Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. It went from modern to back in the old age and then to modern, and it was a consistent flow, except you wasn't fighting when you did, of course, switch back to the modern time era. So you was only fighting when you went back to like the old times, right, in your memory or whatever. So I think what would be very interesting, and what can definitely make this game unique from all the other Far Cry series, and potentially just one of the most unique FPS open world games, if you will, out there, would continuously be going back and forth, well, locations, should I say, going back to time areas, and then all of that is seriously just going to fit into what you're currently doing in the game. You might start off running from someone, or having to escape someone, or going to kill someone, and then it will fast track to currently, you know, maybe 10, 20 years later, and you're here, you know. There's got to be a reason as to why you've gone to Montana, right? And I think the reason why you've gone to Montana should definitely be portrayed continuously, because that would just have a really interesting story. And hands down, I think, oh my god, now that I'm thinking about that, I really, really want that to be the case. I really don't want to see anything else now. So I definitely want to see constant time eras switching back and forth. I feel like it's going to be absolutely insane. Holy shit. SuperRebel, boy, you are a genius. Ubisoft, hire me. As always, hire me, man. I feel like if you haven't done this, you may just be missing out on something pretty damn fucking big. But guys, like I said, get in the comment section below. Thank you very much for taking your time to check out this video. Hopefully you are as hyped up for this game as I am. And like I say, I've not been as hyped for a game like this since Just Cause 3, and the top 2 games I'm super hyped up for is simply Red Dead Redemption 2 and Far Cry 5. I mean, I know there's more games coming out, but these two are definitely top of my list, and I feel there's going to be a very, very interesting battle between them. I just feel like they will, either if it's like maybe map and detail, attention to detail, because boy oh boy, I mean, from what Ubisoft are showing so far with Far Cry 5, it's looking hella cool. But they got a lot of stuff on the list, but I hope you enjoyed this video nonetheless. Be sure to subscribe for more awesome Far Cry 5 content and speculation. But that being said, guys, I will catch you in the next video. But till then, I hope you have yourselves a absolutely fantastic day. But until the next one, guys, adios amigos.